through with urgency, and I love his vision. He sees the hole before anybody else, and Coach talked about it this week. He is healthy, so that means he's going to touch the ball 20 to 25 times today.
Thompson in high school was the second leading rusher in the entire state of California, so he certainly has some giddy up to him. Let's welcome in the third member of our team on this matchup, Victoria Harlan.
Thanks, George. Look, we have two very different situations on both sides of the ball here. We got on one side, Tarleton State, they know who their guy is in Victor Gabales. On the other side, for the first time in 7 years, Portland State does not know who their guy is when it comes to quarterback. Now, we're going to be starting with number 5, Gabe Downing, but Coach Barnum has told us that we could see two guys going back and forth on the quarterback side.
Yeah, Victoria. Rodney, Gabe Downing should be the starter here today, but you could see some other guys for sure.
This is a mystery. There are carousel quarterbacks that can see time today. Gabe Downing, you spoke about it. He is a smart, intelligent football player. Tyree Smith, though, youth and juice and speed.
Smith is a wildcat quarterback for them. Tons of athleticism. C.J. Jordan, a high school legend here in Portland. And Crew Newman, you saw there on the right side of your screen a moment ago. He's an athlete for sure. He's going to return punts, kicks, and play some wide receiver, too, despite being listed as a quarterback. Portland won the toss. They defer. Tarleton will receive. The kickoff here by Uribe. And received by Tarleton by... Oh, and a hit there. Rosemont took an absolute punishing hit at the 15-yard line. Play there by Portland State to get this crowd going early, Rodney.
You talk about setting the tone. Special teams did that. Man, way to start this game.
So Victor Gabales will roll out there. Gabales, you see the improvement there year over year. This is his third season as the starter. We mentioned the UAC preseason offensive player of the year. Spent some time at Washington State with Cam Ward, who is now with the Tennessee Titans, was the #1 overall pick. Play action, quick toss to the left side. Caught there by Kramer. Kramer picks up the first down as he gets past the 35-yard line to the 36-yard line. A gain of 20 on the play.
And there's that slow mesh operation showing itself very early, and Gabales doing a good job at making the right decision. Seeing a lane and making the throw.
Gabales at the handoff there. Hines picks up about 4 on that play. Tackle made by Siuli. A 3-yard gain is where they'll mark him.
You can normally tell a team's identity by the first play. They believe in Victor Gabales, and that's why we saw the pass on the first down.
2nd and 7.
Watch the jet sweep.
Slow mesh again, play action. Gabales all day, takes a deep shot, got him in, hits him in stride. Cody Jackson walks into the end zone for a touchdown, but a flag on the field.
No way.
A flag at the 46-yard line of the Texans.
Downfield offense, number 68, the 5-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
The center, Jordan Love, with the infraction there, and that nullifies a 61-yard touchdown.
That's a crucial mistake by the center there, Jordan Love. I know he would love to have that play back, and that is the difficulty with this slow mesh. The offensive linemen, they can't see exactly what Victor Gabales is doing behind them. They're relying on the trust factor, and that, unfortunately, took away a huge touchdown for the team.
Portland State dodged a bullet there for sure. Gabales on 2nd and 12. Hines takes this one right up the gut, breaking tackles, getting into the 2nd and 3rd level. He picks up 10 on that one. Karsten Mamarill with the tackle from the secondary.
We're going to talk about this offensive line a lot today because they move the defensive lineman a lot.
3rd and 2 for the Texans.
Coming back with a run.
Hines again. Shifty, making a man miss, trying to spin out of trouble, lunges forward to midfield, taken down at the 49, a 5-yard gain. Lonnie Burt, the middle linebacker, brought him down.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. What a great move by the tailback there, and Hines. The offensive line is creating a lot of space right now for the running back.
So 1st down, for the Texans. Play action. Gabalis to the left side. Complete there to Keelan Johnson. Johnson with the quick hitch there. Picks up 4 on that play. Karsten Mammaril with tight coverage there.
Yeah, Gabalis just taking what the defense gives him. There's space on the outside. I'm going to take it.
Gabalis now tests the right side. Cody Jackson again. Slips past a defender, trying to get past another one. Gets inside the 35 down to the 31-yard line. Deontay Thornton pushed him out after a 16-yard gain.
Gabalis has a good control of what this Portland State defense is doing right now. They were in zone coverage there, and the flat defender almost made it, but Gabalis' release is so quick, and he's so decisive with his throws that, again, the defender can't make a play.
Another first down for the Texans, moving the ball with ease here thus far. Hines this time tries to burst through the hole, but wrapped up immediately by Lonnie Burt. A short gain of 2 on that play. Burt this time was not going to let Hines squirt through.
Yeah, they talked about Lonnie Burt this week and wanted to put him into the starting lineup just for reasons like that. Good tackler.
Tylen Hines is the injured player walking off the field. It'll be 2nd and 8 upcoming. And Hines again doing yeoman's work to start this one.
Yeah, let's hope that the young man is okay, because he's had a great start to this football game of really creating a lot of positive plays for his team.
So Trey Page will step in. Hines was the transfer from Hawaii. Page from Atlanta, Georgia. This guy's a speedster. He was a state sprint relay champ out of Georgia. 2nd and 8 for the Texans. Vikings showing blitz. And Page on the right side gets pile driven down as he gets inside the 25. Pierce Walker brought him down after a 5-yard gain. But 5 yards at a time, you'll take that if you're the Texans.
I'll take it all day, because what it does is on 3rd down, it sets you up for success. 3rd and 5 or less, Tarleton State has so much range of play calls that they can run.
3rd and 3, the 9th play of the drive. And again, Page just lowers the shoulder, picks up the first down. Pierce Walker took the brunt of that one after a 5-yard gain.
And right now, what Portland State needs to do is they need to win on earlier downs in order to prevent Tarleton State from being in 3rd and 5 or less.
Texans in the red zone. Vikings showing blitz. Page tries to stretch it out, and he gets corralled in the backfield. Too much dancing there for Page.
There's a negative play that we need on defense. Somebody's got to make a play, and it's time. The red zone is a perfect position on the field to do that, and there we go. We create a negative play, 2nd and 12 or 13. We see what we can do now.
A loss of 3 on that one.
Get them in passing situations and let your rushers rush.
2nd and long for Gabalis and company. Gabalis play action, takes a shot to the end zone, too far for his intended target, Keelan Johnson. Karsten Mammaril in coverage. Johnson, his father BJ, one of the top 10 receiving targets in Texas history for the Longhorns.
Mammaril, real good coverage. I've been looking at him very closely. He's been pressed almost every down, and there he was again. Gabalis thought he had the matchup, and he said, no, sir.
So 3rd and 13. Not a lot of plays in the playbook for this one.
This is an advantage to the defense. Keep everything in front, rally and tackle.
Caleb Lewis in the backfield. And he gets the ball is loose. And it's going to be Vikings football as they come out of it. Jaquarian Latson was able to grab that one. So Caleb Lewis, his first attempt. So Gabe Downing will come out for the Vikings. Downing when we talked to Coach Barnum of Gabe Downing, he said, man, he's smarter than a lot of the coaches on this roster. Strong arm and accurate, and certainly a guy that they trust back there to keep the chains moving and keep the trains running on time. So Downing gets the ball here. They hand it off to Thompson. We'll see a lot of that. We're going to call his name a lot here, but no gain on the play there. Devin Sterling made the tackle for the Texans.
Yeah, it's going to be a chess match with Tarleton State defense versus Portland State. We talked to head coach Bruce Barnum this week, and again, he's a very creative-minded coach, and you have to be prepared for anything. And just like that, we have a new quarterback in the game.
Tyree Smith, the Wildcat quarterback, on play number 2. So the Vikings pulling out all the stops quickly. Smith is able to keep there off a broken play, but gains positive yardage, a gain of 6 on the play. Tremaine Chisholm brought him down, but that thing looked like disaster originally.
It did look like disaster, but the young man kept his poise. It's his first play of college football, so I'm expecting that. But what he did was he made up for it with his legs, and he got a lot of positive yards for his team.
3rd and 4 upcoming. And you see Coach Barnum talking to Tyree Smith. Downing is back in there. Third and 4 for the Vikings. Takes a deep shot. Too far for its intended target, Chance Miller. So they'll be forced to punt. Downing and Miller maybe not on the same page there.
Yeah, if I'm Downing, I'm staying away from Cassius Kearns today. He's a young man that, again, will be at the center of attention for this defense. He's their leader, and he makes a lot of plays, and there was a great coverage by him on his 3rd down and man coverage.
Cassius Kearns, the MVP, both on and off the field for this team. Tony Johnson set to punt. Caleb Lewis, who fumbled earlier, set to receive. A wobbler. They'll let this one bounce. And it's taking a Texans bounce into Vikings territory, a 22-yard punt, no return. The Texans, by the way, let's not forget about the fact that, yes, they turned it over, but they had a penalty that cost them a touchdown and a lead in this game. First play basically out of the gate, they had a offensive lineman down the field on a touchdown pass to Cody Jackson.
Yeah, you want to minimize those errors as much as you can, and recognizing this is the first game of the season, you're going to have to go through that and work through that. But it's a very unfortunate situation that it took 7 off the board.
So Gabalis is back out there with great field position to start this 2nd drive. Trey Page in there as Tylen Hines still dealing with an injury, it looks like. High snap. Gabalis brings it down on time and on target there near the sticks to T.R. Young. They'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of 10 on the play.
Yeah. Early Gabalis is establishing this relationship with his receiver core, and I'm loving it right now.
Gabalis pulls again, throws, and Parker goes up there. Peyton Kramer, pardon me, picks up the 1st down, goes upstairs to get it. Isaiah Green with the stick after the 10-yard gain.
Yeah, Kramer, tough catch over the middle. He paid for it, but most importantly, he held on to that football, and Isaiah Green is a guy to watch in that backfield for the Vikings.
1st and 10 for Gabalis. Again, they're moving the ball with ease on this defense. Page to the outside, gets a burst, hits the gas, scores the touchdown. A 28-yard score. And you see the speed there that we mentioned on Trey Page.
Trey Page, nothing was there in the inside, bounced around on the outside, simple power play by the offense. Big Hunter Smith created space there for the young man to get around that edge, and he did the rest.
28-yard score. Corbin Poston with the extra point. Texans strike first. The extra point is good. So Trey Page in the running game. And it's warm up here, Rodney. They're expecting temperatures near triple digits down on the field. It'll be hotter than that. The kick here by Brad Larson. And Crew Newman set to receive. Larson pops it up. And the up man takes it. It's Miller. And Miller gets taken down just past the 30-yard line. And that's where Portland State will start their next drive. College football is back, and we have a loaded slate next weekend. It starts Thursday at 5:30 Eastern on ESPN with Boise State, number 25, going against South Florida. Friday night features Coach Prime in Colorado, hosting Brent Key and Georgia Tech at 8. Then our ABC tripleheader on Saturday starts at noon with Syracuse and number 24 Tennessee, and ends with number 9 LSU facing number 4 Clemson for the battle in Death Valley. Every game available to stream on the all-new ESPN app. George Sedano, Rodney McLeod, Victoria Arlen with you here in Portland. I'm stoked for that first game next week, man. I mean, week 0 has been fantastic. We had the game in Dublin with Dave Pasch, Dusty Dvorak, Taylor McGregor. That one was a thriller. And we've got plenty of action this weekend. And next weekend, we get massive battles. Downing in the pistol formation for the Vikings. Tosses it to his tight end. Breaking some tackles. And Christian Ingman gets 5 on that one.
I like the play call by Bruce Barnum. Get your quarterback in comfortable and in a rhythm. Nice simple throw to the flat. Christian Ingram picked up a lot, and he's going to have to fill in big shoes today with the absence of Tanner Beeman.
Beeman was a guy they expected to be the best tight end in the Big Sky Conference. They were going to throw him the ball well over 100 times this season, and unfortunately dealing with a Jones fracture. Second down and 5. Thompson this time runs into a crowd, maybe gets 1 on the play. Kyle Jackson plugged up the hole pretty quick. And if you're Tarleton, you know DeLon Thompson's going to get the ball. You're going to sell out on the run.
Absolutely. They're loading the box right now. They're fully committed to stopping DeLon Thompson. And here's the empty set. This clears the picture for the quarterback.
3rd and 3. Got to get to the 47-yard line.
Let's look to see if he goes into the right side of the field in the slot. Maybe a quick out option route.
Downing, quick toss, complete for a first down. Connects there. 10-yard gain to Brandon Alvarez, his slot receiver. Expected to be one of the top receivers in the Big Sky. And a young man who, as Coach Barnum likes to say, he's pretty chatty out there, so he's giving him the business out there, too, when he catches it.
Yeah, they put Brandon Alvarez in a very good spot versus a linebacker. This is your best receiver at the number 3 position. Just a simple quick out. Quarterback throws it on time, finds his guy, first down. That's putting your players in the best position possible for them to be the best version for your team.
Ball on the 46. A wide receiver screen to Alvarez this time. Down the sideline. Gets past and inside the 40-yard line. Down to the 39. Some extracurricular activity down there as well. A 7-yard gain on the play for Alvarez.
There's Alvarez touching the ball again. Coach talked about it. They're going to need to also get him the ball out on the perimeter. He's going to be the quarterback's favorite target. And right there, just a simple screen action. Picked up 7 yards with a nice flex after the play.
And it allows you to loosen things up as Tyree Smith is checked back in the game, their Wildcat quarterback. We saw him run it earlier, and here he is again. Keeps it, tries to slip past the defender, does, but meets a wall, but picks up the first down as he's pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. About 4 yards on that one.
And you can feel this Vikings team starting to get energized, starting to believe a little bit. And what I love most about that last run, he kept his legs running through the out of bounds. That is just a mentality that you can't teach.
Smith is someone that Coach Barnum believes could be a great one here for them. Just needs some time to refine his skills. Downing on the rollout, pressure coming, goes across the field, has a man, diving catch! An excellent play there by Brandon Alvarez. Alvarez still down. might have gotten the wind knocked out of him after he landed on the ball. They will tend to him. A 21-yard gain will get them in the red zone.
Alvarez completely sold out on that play. And that is the mentality of this team. They love football. Just hoping he's okay. There we go. And he just signaled, I caught it.
Yeah, there he is. He's letting everybody know. But what a play here by Alvarez.
Sweet throw, led his receiver perfectly, and he laid out and secured the bag.
And Jacques Badalado-Birdsell checks in at tailback now. Was a walk-on, received his scholarship, Rodney, on Thursday. A young man from the Congo who did not have a scholarship after spring camp gets it here and taken down. A loss on the play, it looks like, of 1. But coach said to him, young man, you're running like a little guy.
Yeah, he did talk about him and mentioned that he needed to change his ways, and he answered the call.
I got a highlight tape.
Downing in the pistol, Thompson in the backfield. Downing over the middle, ball back, intercepted. Tarleton going back the other way. Ty Rawls cutting back inside and wrapped up in Viking territory.
Ty Rawls with the Texans.
An unfortunate play for the Vikings, and Tarleton again, right place, right time. And they are trying to take control of this one. Terrence LaVille eventually wrapped up Rawls.
Yeah, tips and overthrows, we got to get those. That's what we say in the defensive back room. And this is a impactful play right here. Right when we thought the Vikings had momentum, somebody again steps up and makes a play in the red zone. Tyrod's there to secure the bag for his team. I wish he would have took it all away, but he put his team in a good position.
A 54-yard return on the interception. Gabalis and company back at it here. Ball on the 36-yard line. High snap. Gabalis can't handle it. Has to fall on it. So a negative play of 3 on the first play of this drive.
Yeah, unexpected error by the quarterback, Vic, there. Just simple mishandle. Nothing more than that. Just probably took his eyes off the football. This is going to give the Vikings a chance to rush that passer.
Second and long, they hand it off. Page again gets to the outside. Gets popped, though, just before the 20-yard line. Picks up the first down. Pierce Walker leveled him on that one, but not until he picked up 18.
And that looks like the identical play that they scored on. They decide to come right back. And Trey Page is finding something on that edge. If I'm the Vikings defensive coordinator right now, I need my edges set. And I need to do it now.
90 seconds to go in the quarter. Texans threatening. Page again, this time taken down at the 20. A gain of 1 on the play. Lonnie Burke plugged up the hole pretty quickly. I keep noticing the snaps are pretty high. Gabalis is having to go up there to get those.
Yeah, and you would expect them to have this, down pack right now. But again, the first game and going through these wrinkles and guys actually lining up over you is creating a little bit of unsettled mentality from this Tarleton offense.
Under a minute to go in the quarter. 2nd and 9 for Gabalis and company. Launches one to the end zone. Incomplete. In and out of the arms of his intended target, T.R. Young. And Bryson Ross was in coverage there. Tight coverage for the Vikings.
Very, very tight coverage by the Vikings. They're fighting out on that perimeter. They're challenging these receivers when they have to. They said they had to do it in order to win.
Ooh, might have gotten away with a hold there. Good job by our camera crew and our crew in Bristol. 45 seconds to go, 3rd and 9 for the Texans. Cabales floats one, end zone. Too high for Kramer. 4th down upcoming. And the kick unit, will they come out? Wait, the offense is staying on the field. They were running off, and now they will go off, and the kick unit will come out.
Yeah, smart decision by Coach Witten there.
Thought about it, though, for a second.
Bring the field goal team out, get the points.
Corbin Poston, local product from Stephenville, Texas, where Tarleton is located, just outside of Fort Worth. A 37-yard attempt from the right hash.
Yeah, but this is a win for the Vikings defense. After that turnover, I mean, Tarleton State has all the momentum.
And tons of flags flying.
Back them up.
False start by one of the offensive linemen. The microphone was not turned on, so we couldn't hear who committed the infraction. 42-yard attempt now for Poston, who was 2 of 2 last year from beyond 40 yards.
See if they apply some pressure. Get your hands up.
And the kick is up. No good. Pushed it to the right, but another flag on the field.
Flag on the field.
Let's see what the laundry's about.
Hopefully nobody was crowding the line of scrimmage on the defense.
Still having a conversation, the officials. Wondering what's taking so long here.
No, not Tarleton.
So again, no microphone, so we can't understand the extent of what he was telling us. So he said the field goal was no good.
Yeah. I don't know if it was unsportsmanlike conduct.
Looks like perhaps, but it's a turnover on downs. We'll step aside in the interim. So Portland State dodges a bullet there. 36 seconds to go here in the first quarter at Hillsborough Stadium in Portland.
When the island speaks.
Tiki bar.
Water slides.
Big pool. And hammock.
It's time to escape to the great life. Ah, now this is the great life on the incredible new Great Stirrup K, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
At Sargento, we've been making your post-lunch, post-dinner, post-whenever snack a wow, wow, wow. You can taste over 70 years of our family commitment to high-quality, real, natural cheese in every bite. You have our word on it, you have our name on it. Sargento, a promise you can taste.
It's the dawn of a new season.
Let's go! What a way to start!
The wild world of college football returns.
Big stage, big opportunity.
Go out and make a statement.
Welcome back to college football.
Run fast while you have the chance.
The winner gathers huge momentum.
College football kicks off Labor Day weekend with 6 epic matchups.
See, toe fungus is not just an embarrassing cosmetic problem. It can also be dangerous. Even small spots can spread and get worse. Drugstore remedies and prescriptions just don't get to the root cause of your fungus. That's why this simple 2-minute hack has gone viral. You can check it out at crystalflush.com. It works by deeply penetrating and disrupting the cellular structure of the fungus. Thousands are literally wiping their fungus clean and showing off their toes again. And now you can try it totally risk-free. Go to crystalflush.com.
With
Thank you, Zubin. They are reviewing the field goal, and they have confirmed that it's no good. The penalty was a double unsportsmanlike. So basically, if the field goal's no good, then we're just playing ball.
Yeah. I'm not sure what exactly happened. Maybe there was some words that were exchanged that we couldn't hear.
Yeah. It's hot out there.
We just played. We're almost at the end of the first quarter of the first game of the year, and it's that time.
So welcome back here again to Portland. Steamy Portland today.
Very steamy.
36 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and they're still looking at something. In the meantime, let's talk about how we've gotten here. Tarleton started this game. They had a 61-yard touchdown pass called back because of a penalty. Then they go out there. Trey Page busts a 28-yard run. He was getting some chunk plays on offense. They miss a field goal here potentially based on what we're seeing. They have been in control here offensively. The Vikings have had one decent drive, but again, turnover kind of ruined that particular possession.
Yeah, the storyline for me right now is the fight by this Vikings team. I mean, they keep coming back. Whenever it feels like Tarleton State has control of this game, they rise to the occasion and they show up, particularly their defense. They've shown up big for them twice right now. We're talking about one time creating a turnover, fumble on the play, and then right now another one and a missed field goal. So they're keeping their team in the game. They're doing what they need to do. We just need the offense for the Vikings to put, again, another drive together and then finish the job. But if I'm Tarleton State, I'm really focusing on how do we eliminate the miscues right now. The guy downfield, the miss handle snap, those sort of things come back to bite you, and I wouldn't necessarily expect that from a veteran team like the Texans.
To your point, they do bring back a lot of returning players. They only had 3 guys hit the portal, and they did have 26 guys last year graduate. All of them graduated, which is something they're certainly proud of, but they bring back a lot of guys from a team that went to the second round of the FCS playoffs last year. DeLon Thompson in the backfield with Gabe Downing at quarterback. Just outside the shadows of their own end zone. Thompson wrapped up immediately. Nowhere to go. Jay Henry took him down. No gain on the play.
Yeah, D coordinator Tyrone Nix, he talked about how he is fully committed to stopping the run. That is the #1 responsibility for those D linemen. They recognize they have to do that before they get the privilege to rush the passer.
Should be the last play here of the quarter. Empty set for Downing. And that'll do it for the first quarter. So they'll flip sides. Tarleton in control at the moment. They lead 7-0, and they lead the total yardage battle by over 80 yards at the moment. We'll be back with the second quarter.
15, gotta be smart there, but I told you, young guy might make mistakes, but as long as he has a short memory and keep going, fine. They're doing a little bit, I think, what they did last year pretty much, and that's what they're good at, got in the playoffs. So keep that up, try to get some short fields here, and see what we do.
You said confidence wins games. What's the message to your team going into the second?
We're moving. I think in 3 of those plays in the first half, Victoria, I think we hurt ourselves. Yeah, they're playing well and they're doing some things, and we're trying to, find out where the pieces are. But 3 plays, there was a route, just some dinks and dunks of game 1, quarter 1, that we need to get those kinks out and see what happens.
All right, good luck, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, thank you to Victoria and Coach Barnum there. Downing picks up 3. It'll be 3rd and 7 upcoming for them. And look, he talked about the mistakes they've made in this first quarter, but they find themselves in a bit of a conundrum here still, Rodney, with 3rd and long.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure out the best play right here. It looks like they're going empty set again. Again, to just clear the picture for the quarterback, make it very definitive on what the defense wants to do.
Downing. Pressure at his feet, throws it, it's complete. should have enough for the first down. Yes, he does. It's completed again to Brandon Alvarez. Makes his third catch of the game, picks up 10 on that one.
And that was a good read. That was a good read by Downing right there, because they showed something different and got to a different coverage after the snap. He found Alvarez for the first down.
Going to his safety blanket, Brandon Alvarez. Team high 36 receptions last year. Downing going to keep it on this one and wrapped up from behind. No gain on the play. Yasir Holmes wasn't fooled on that one.
Yeah, they're trying to give the illusion that they're going to pass the ball. And they ran the quarterback draw now twice. And the defensive line of the Texans has done a good job at not running too far up the field and being able to retrace and make plays.
Downing, an athletic player in his own right. Baseball and basketball player, letterman in high school for both sports. Said he wants to be a football coach. Maybe he'll be on Coach Barnum's staff one day. Downing floats one. And his receiver wrapped up immediately. It'll be a loss on the play there of 4. Crew Newman, the quarterback turned receiver / returner. A negative play there. Avion Rice wrapped him up quickly.
Way to close the distance by Avion Rice there. Keep moving up the field, secure the tackle, make a negative play for your team.
3rd and 14 now for the Vikings.
What I expect right here from the Vikings is probably just to not turn the ball over. A simple run, a screen outside, see what you can do. Don't put the ball in harm's way.
Downing, wide receiver screen to Miller. He's got a tunnel there, trying to get behind his blockers rather. 12-yard gain there, but it'll be shy of the sticks by about 2 yards. Jeremiah Postel sandwiched him between defenders there.
That was a close call. If I'm the Texans coordinator right there, Nix, I was a little worried, but they did their job. They made the tackle, and they forced a punt.
Tony Johnson coming out here to punt the ball. Caleb Lewis set to receive. Lewis already fumbled in this game out of the tailback position. Johnson gets it off, a spiraling punt. Lewis lets it go over his head, well over his head. This will take a good Vikings bounce down to the 11-yard line. A 56-yard punt for Tony Johnson, no return, and Tarleton will have poor field position to start their 4th drive. Tarleton State leading Portland State 7-0 here early in the 2nd quarter. Tylan Hines, the starting tailback for Tarleton, got hurt early in this one and has not been back in this game. He is currently in a sling. So Gabalis getting it to Page, who busts through the hole, makes a man miss, heads towards the outside. He turns on the Jets, 1 man to beat. Down the sideline for a touchdown. 89 yards.
Touchdown, Texans.
You want to talk about afterburners. Trey Page. What a turn of events here.
They really found something in this young man. This guy has world-class speed, and he's putting it on full display right now for the world to see. And he's putting the team on his back with 2 humongous runs. Man, the blocking is critical right here. They're creating these lanes again for him to run through. And again, like, there's a lot of space. He's finding it, and he's doing what he needs to do.
He's got 7 carries, 144 yards. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Poston for the extra point is up and good. And Tarleton State, in a flash, is now up 14-0. And this play right here, my goodness. Guy had an angle on him, didn't matter. Page is just that fast. That's why he's a sprint champion in his high school days in Georgia.
This is a meal, a tender Italian steak and mozzarella sandwich so good you can't stop saying focaccia meal.
Focaccia. 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 Focaccia.
Focaccia.
Focaccia.
Focaccia. Try the new Italian steak and mozz sandwich. It just meals good at Panera.
Everything is really getting more expensive.
The average grocery bill is now at its
Prices are up, but not at Metro. We've lowered prices. One line of unlimited 5G is now $40, period. And a free Samsung 5G phone, only at Metro.
We need it again.
Barbara's check engine light is on, but a friendly AutoZoner runs a free Fix Finder scan and refers her to a local shop.
In the zone, AutoZone.
Lasagna?
Lasagna.
As in lasagna?
60% of cats are overweight. Feed them Iams Healthy Weight.
When the island speaks.
So, lazy river.
Cliff jumping!
Water slide?
It's time to escape to the great life. Now this is the great life on the incredible new Great Stirrup K, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
Welcome back to Portland. Tarleton State with a 14-0 lead over the Vikings of Portland State. It is a scorcher here, a record-setting type day potentially here in Portland. For more, let's send it down to Victoria.
Guys, it is really hot. It is right here. We're hitting close to 100. I mean, about 90, 96. But we're supposed to get cloud coverage. I don't know when it's coming. I'm being told by the officials, though, if it does hit ambient air of 105, then gameplay will stop. But there is a lot of jars of pickle juice. We got electrolytes, we got water, we got ice baths. That Coach Barnum has told me that if I start to overheat, he's going to throw me in an ice bath. But here to keep the coaches, the players, and the referees all safe and cool.
Well, thank you, Victoria. Yeah, 97 according to the Weather Channel right now. Brad Larson to kick it off. Crew Newman set to receive. He's the deep man in the end zone. Larson boots it. Newman will field it at his 5 and loses his footing before the 20-yard line as he slips at around the 17. All 6 episodes of The Kingdom are available now, streaming on ESPN Plus and Disney Plus. The Kingdom dives into the Kansas City Chiefs' legacy over 60 years of highs and lows, focusing on their remarkable 2024 season. Their 2024 season led them to the Super Bowl, lost to one of your old squads, Rodney. They lost to the Eagles in the Super Bowl, the Chiefs, this season. But the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, they are the team of this era, that is for sure. Tyree Smith now back in the game at quarterback as Bruce Barnum is looking for a spark. Smith met just past the line of scrimmage, pushes forward for a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 upcoming. Smith stays in the game.
Yeah, they're hoping that he can bring a spark to this Vikings offense right now.
And Badalado Birdsell in at tailback. You see him heading back into the backfield.
Quick ID motion.
And now back out. Smith will keep. Breaks through the original line of scrimmage. Will pick up about 4 on that one. Kyle Jackson able to drag him down. It'll be 3rd and manageable now for the Vikings.
Yeah, he did a quarterback power play right there to set up this 3rd and manageable situation. It's the first time that we're actually going to see Smith actually possibly throw the ball right now.
3rd and 4. And a flag on the play. A couple of flags. Looks like to be a false start. So false start. Leati Gaga. Downing checks back in. As it'll be 3rd and 9 now for the Vikings.
Yeah, have to really lean on Downing's knowledge of the game here at this critical situational moment of this game.
Downing drops back, got time, throws one over the head, sails it over his intended target of Brandon Alvarez. So 4th down, and the Vikings set to punt. He had time, and then the defender was getting there, and he had to get rid of it. But you got to get the ball out quicker if you're Downing there.
Yeah, it took him some time to allow his receivers to try to create some space for him to be able to throw the football. And right now, the Texans aren't giving much space.
Tony Johnson awaiting the punt inside his 5. Caleb Lewis set to receive. This one a wobbler. And the Vikings will down it inside the 35, down near the 33. A 48-yard punt. No return, but Trey Page has been the story today, Rodney. 2 touchdowns for this young man.
Yeah, Trey Page has really shown us that not only can he carry the ball outside on the perimeter, but when it presents itself, he can go inside as well. And you see on that last touchdown that he had, Henry and Posta took one false step that caused the opening there, and Hunter Smith was there to seal him off. That created the space that Page needed. One-on-one with the safety, he's dangerous.
Page with 144 yards on the ground. Portland State, a total of 80. So he's lapping them at the moment. Gabalis, play action, takes a deep shot, floats one to his man. Cody Jackson can't hold on as the ball popped out. Once he hit the ground, he had it in his hands, but couldn't complete the catch.
That's one of the toughest catches to make. He caught it at the high point, but you have to survive the ground. And he had the room out there, but he just didn't finish. This is when the Texans offense are very dangerous, is when the run is effective, and now you allow Gabalis, the preseason offensive player of the year, to do what he does best, which is throw the ball outside and find his receivers.
Gabalis started 5 of 6, has had 3 incompletions in a row at the moment. It'll be 2nd and 10. We'll step aside as Tarleton is on the move again.
For someone who loves baseball, there is no better place to be this time of year.
Put on your dancing shoes. We got a thing.
If you're an executive, this shirt is a must-have in your closet.
I was tired of floppy collars and shirts with sweat stains, so I got this shirt I saw on TV, and now I don't have to worry about any of that. I got it shipped in no time, and I switched from regular polos to this immediately. The brand is called Collars & Co. They make a regular stretchy golf shirt, but the top has a firm collar on it. I got rid of so many problems by upgrading to this. No dry cleaning needed anymore, and I'm free from uncomfortable long sleeves, and the collar stays stiff all day. Get 20% off using code TV at collarsandco.com.
Today, most people don't know where their meat is sourced. For generations, people had access to quality local meats from American farms and ranches.
At Good Ranchers, we're reviving that tradition by partnering with ranchers and farmers.
No imports. Just 100% American-born, raised, and harvested meat delivered directly to you.
We select only the finest cuts that we would feed our family.
Visit goodranchers.com and discover American meat delivered.
Welcome back to Portland. Tarleton State leading Portland State 14-0. We had a deep pass down the sideline from Gabalis to Cody Jackson. They're reviewing to see if this was an incompletion. That's what it was ruled on the field. You need conclusive evidence to overturn the call. What say you?
Yeah, now that I'm taking a second look, I believe Cody Jackson may have caught this pass, because as you look, the knee is down, the elbow came down as well, and then the ball comes out.
This is the best look I think we'll have here. I don't know, man. I at this stage, I don't think I know what a catch is anymore. I used to know.
It is very confusing.
We have gotten to, I mean, look, technology is great, and I understand that, and we have it. But it used to be a lot simpler to determine what was a catch and what wasn't a catch.
It is, but a lot of these rules that are made are catered to the offense.
The field is upheld. It's an incomplete pass.
So there it is. It is an incomplete pass.
There we go. Incomplete.
It felt that way from the beginning,
exactly.
But here we are. Nonetheless, so 14-0 for Tarleton. It'll be 2nd down and 10 upcoming from their own 33-yard line. Cabales out there at the moment, the preseason UAC, United Athletic Conference Offensive Player of the Year. Trying to get back on track. 3 straight incompletions for him. Page gets this one again. Gets through the hole, finds a crease, pushes forward for a nice gain there of 5. Lonnie Burt on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 5 upcoming.
Yeah,
midway through the 3rd quarter. Cabales on 3rd and 5. Play action, takes a deep shot.
We got a hold.
His receiver was held, but no call on that one.
Wow.
Reggie Harden was his intended target, and they grabbed him by the waist on that one, Deontay Thornton. But no call, doesn't matter.
He got away with a hold there. From my observation, I thought a flag was coming, but hey, as a DB, I'll take it.
Yeah, he grabbed him by the chest first and then by the waist.
Grabbed by the waist.
So
gave
twice.
the referee 2 chances to call it. But Thornton gets away with one.
So Charlie Mullen will punt it off. Crew Newman set to receive at his own 20. And this one end over end. Newman dives forward to catch it. Just shy of the 25-yard line, a 38-yard punt, no return. Sunday Night Baseball comes to you from the Bronx this week. It's the series finale between bitter rivals as the Red Sox square off against the Yankees. Red Sox are looking for a 4-game sweep. Tune in on ESPN and ESPN Deportes at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Baseball tonight, Sunday Night Countdown leads off at 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific. Aaron Judge's potential MVP season could be derailed with a 3rd-place finish. They are still very much in the wild card race, the number 2 position for the Yankees. The Red Sox leading the wild card chase. Both of them in the AL East, though, chasing the Toronto Blue Jays in the division at the moment. George Sedano, Rodney McLeod, Victoria Arlen with you here in Portland as Portland State has the ball once again, trailing by 2 touchdowns.
Got for the pressure coming on the right side.
Downing finds his tight end. And up for the 1st down. He's still fighting for more yardage there. Dragging defenders after a 13-yard gain. It's Christian Ingman.
There's that smart football that Coach Bonner was talking about. He saw the pressure come from the right side and found his hot tight end.
They hand it off. Thompson finally finds a crease and some daylight. He gets near the marker. Should have enough for a 1st down. An 11-yard gain. And they need DeLon Thompson to get going to have any chance in this one.
I was getting ready to say that they've been desperately looking to get DeLon Thompson going and really establishing that run game to try and just create some open lanes for the pass.
The officials stopping play for the moment. The chain broke, it looks like. So they'll have to install a backup chain.
Yeah, what I'm seeing right now from this Vikings offense is they're starting to pick up the tempo. And it's been effective thus far.
First down for Downing in midfield. 49-yard line. Thompson again, busted to the outside, turns the corner, and picks up a nice chunk of change there. A gain of 6 on the play. Bam Smith ran him out of bounds.
They're loving something on the right side of that offensive line, the left side of the defense, that they're exploiting. DeLon Thompson's finding space, and he's picking up a lot of yards.
2nd and 5. Again to Thompson, cuts back inside this time, but taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Brandon Tolbert, the all-conference defensive end.
One of the leaders of that defense, stepping up right there. And now we're in a crucial 3rd down.
3-yard loss on the play, 3rd and 6.
You see Gabe taking command of the offense. Trying to give a better look at to what the Texas defense is trying to do on this 3rd down.
And Downing takes a timeout. They want to talk things over. To your point, a very important moment here in the game as they're trailing by 2 touchdowns. They desperately need a score.
Yeah, it's imperative that, again, they get some sort of points on the board. Field goal or touchdown is the goal on this drive, and that's exactly why you saw them take that timeout. It's that time of the game right now where the offense needs to come through.
So as we look at Bruce Barnum and his squad, Barnum is someone who, as we talked to him yesterday, he's a hoot, man. Like, he is an interesting dude, yes, for sure, the head coach of the Vikings, and very honest about them and their situation. And, you know, he took over play calling again this year, and when we asked him about it, he said, look, man, that's how I made my money. I was calling plays, and I know how to put up points. They're struggling a little bit today against a very veteran defense on the other side, but they're hoping to put some points on the board here.
Yeah, what I loved about Coach Barnum is he has an A plan, a B plan, and sometimes even a C.
3rd and 6 for Downing and the Vikings. 4-man rush. Downing stands in there. Ball tipped and intercepted again. The 2nd time they've had a tip ball intercepted.
Ty Rawls again.
Ty Rawls. And again, Johnny on the spot. Ty Rawls, all UAC defensive back preseason, and you see why with 2 picks today.
Exactly. You talk about it all the time. Hustle and effort. Run to the ball, good things happen. And speaking with the defensive coordinator this week, he talked about their turnover ability. They practice it, they embody it, and it all starts with effort, hustle, and heart. And that's what you're seeing right there from this Texas defense.
So Victor Gabalis and company get out there, trying to put up one more score if they can here before the end of the half. Downing now has a couple of picks. You know, not necessarily his fault, but an unfortunate circumstance for the Vikings there, and Tarleton will try to capitalize, but they are going to review to see if the ball hit the ground.
Yeah, you hope that Gabe Downing's confidence doesn't get shot off of these 2 interceptions like you spoke about. Yes, they go in the stat sheet as interceptions, but good defense.
Ooh, the ball does.
I'm not quite sure if the ball moves enough.
I think that's an interception.
If the ball moves enough as he's coming down to the ground to overturn that call.
Again, to overturn the call, there needs to be conclusive evidence that
I don't know.
They can overturn it.
I don't know, George.
I mean, you're the DB, man. You tell me.
I know. I want the interception for Ty Rawls because 2 interceptions to start off the season, that's the great way to start things off. But I think that one might be coming back.
Well, we'll see. We've had a number of reviews here already. We've had reviews on a field goal attempt. We've had reviews on a catch on the sideline for Tarleton. We've had reviews for a double personal foul.
Yeah.
And now this is our 4th review.
Putting the refs to work early.
Yeah, yeah. In the meantime, as we look at what Tarleton's done, we've been talking about the Vikings and their misfortunes at the moment. What have you liked about Tarleton? I would imagine that'll start and end with Trey Page.
Next man up mentality. Unfortunately, you lose your starter, Hines, and then another man steps up, Trey Page. You probably didn't expect him to have as many opportunities as he's getting right now, but he is making the most of it, and this young man is really showcasing his abilities right now. And honestly, what I love most is I think we would expect Vic to really take control of this game, but after talking to him this week, he's a selfless leader.
Yeah.
And he just does what the team asks of him. And right now, what he's doing is handing the ball off when the defense dictates it, and it's turned into a 14-0 lead for his team.
I thought the conversation we had with Gabalis this week was fantastic. It's funny because his coach, Todd Whitten, said, you know, his parents, they could care less if he's playing football. They just want to make sure he's doing well in school.
Yeah.
And he's a young man who has gotten better every year. His dad was a college basketball player, D3 college basketball player at Franciscan University. It looks like the ref's mic is still a issue here at the moment, but the call is upheld, I'm being told.
And that's 2 for Ty Rawls on the day.
Yeah.
The young man's having a great start to the season.
So Tarleton continues with the ball here. 1st and 10 for them. Gabalis on the slow mesh. Gives it to Page. Page gets upended near the 40-yard line. A pickup of 5 on the play. Tackle there made by Deontay Thornton, who chopped him down.
Big Hunter Smith, number 60, they call him Big Country. He's been at the point of attack on a lot of these runs, and they're getting him involved a lot.
2nd and 5. And they get to the edge on the other side. It's Cody Jackson, the receiver. On that particular run, a gain of 11, picks up the 1st down. Gets into Viking territory.
Around this logo area, offenses love to take shots. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a shot on the outside from Vic around this area of the field.
Well, Victor Gabalis, again, remember, was at Washington State, told us that he was with Cam Ward when he was there. Cam Ward obviously went to Miami, became the #1 pick at Tennessee. Talked about how they used to work out together, and he picked up so many things from him, but particularly his footwork was something he discussed. He said Cam is a master with his footwork, and that's why he's able to keep plays alive the way he does, both in and out of the pocket.
Yeah, he talked highly about his foundation, his base. He's always in a good position to make a good throw, and he says he studies him a lot and paid homage to just his talents.
Cam Ward also a great example of the 0-star athlete becoming the #1 pick in the draft, man. You just never know where you can find talent. Started at Incarnate Word, ended up at Wazoo and then Miami, and now the Titans. Gabalis, deep shot down the field, incomplete. Wide of the mark, intended for Cody Jackson inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 10 upcoming for the Texans.
Let's see how the Texans treat this 3rd down. Do they treat it and try to get it all back? Do they try to throw it underneath and allow their playmakers to make a play, make a man miss underneath? Or do they hand the ball off to Trey Page and allow him to try to get 10?
Tarleton State 2 of 5 on 3rd downs. 3rd and 10 here. They hand it off to Page. Page, weaving through traffic, will be shy of the sticks as he picks up 6 yards. Tackles made by Isaiah Green and Lonnie Burt for the Vikings. 4th down, and the Texans offense staying on the field.
Yeah, they're going to apply pressure right now. They believe in their quarterback. They're thinking, my offense is better than your defense.
Well, they're going to talk it over here as they take a timeout on 4th and 4. What are you talking about if you're Coach Todd Whitten with his squad right now?
Right now, with Todd Whitten, I'm going to see how disciplined the Vikings defense is. I'm going to go with a hard count at least to start off, just to see. I mean, right now, you know, the Vikings are looking to make a play. They're desperate to make a play. And so that is a good way to, again, see just how disciplined your team is and get a cheap first down. If that doesn't work, I'm putting a hand in Gabalis. You make the right play, son. I believe in you.
Yeah, you're not the offensive player of the year preseason in the conference if they don't trust you, right?
Correct. And he has good trust in his receivers. He believes that they can make the one-on-one play when needed. And so I expect Cody Jackson maybe to be at the forefront of this play if it does come down to that.
Tarleton last year on 4th down was 9 of 20, so nearly 50%.
Here we go. The punt team comes out.
So the punter, Charlie Mullen, is out there. Todd Whitten thought better of it. They've been in control mostly here, so I'm with them. Like, I wouldn't do anything different here. I'd play it conservatively. End over end punt. Sails into the end zone. 43-yard punt, no return. The Vikings will start at their own 20. The all-new ESPN app is the best way to watch sports, all of ESPN, all in one place, with live games, live stats. Plus, you can track your fantasy teams and personalize with your favorite leagues, teams, and players. Check out the all-new ESPN app. I already got mine. I'm good to go. I'm messing with it right now at home. My kids are playing with it, too, because my son loves sports as much as Dad does. So he's FaceTiming me, letting me know what he's been up to with the new ESPN app. 3:22 to go in the first half. Gabe Downing and company come out one more time, trying to put some points on the board. They'll start at their own 20-yard line. Downing is 8 of 12 for 75 yards, has the 2 picks, both on tips. A delayed handoff to Thompson, spun around, still moving forward, and then absolutely takes a vicious shot there. Tarleton player loses his helmet on that play. A 6-yard gain on the play. Blake Smith lost his helmet when Thompson picked up a nice chunk of change.
That's a big man to bring down, but you see they give the illusion of pass, get the defenders up the field, and allowing DeLon Thompson to get some positive yardage.
And with his helmet coming off, Smith has to go out of the game, so Avian Rice checks in for him. 2nd and 4 for the Vikings. Pistol formation.
Watch the jet sweep down bottom.
Thompson busting it to the outside. This time they chop him down near the marker, but they'll give him enough for the first down after a 5-yard gain. Cassius Kearns brought him down. We mentioned Cassius, the MVP of this team. Young man is a leader both on and off the field for this squad. Up the middle with Thompson again. Picks up 3.
Not like what Bruce Barnum is doing right now. 1, he's picking up the tempo again, but 2, he's also another element for the defense to look at. These jet motions and things are all distractions built in.
2-minute timeout here between Portland State and Tarleton. Portland State will get the ball to start the second half, so they're looking to capitalize before we head to the locker room.
Pacifico isn't just a crisp Mexican lager. It's a beer with a story. Legend says it was discovered by accident by a group of surfers. We'll let you discover it for yourself. Pacifico. Find your own way.
Fairlife Ultra Filtered Milk makes every moment better. With 50% more protein and 50% less sugar. Plus a creamy taste that makes that smoothie even smoothier. Fairlife.
Texas, the Ford Summer Sales Event is here, and we're bringing the adventure with the best deals of the season across our leadership lineup of best-selling trucks and SUVs. Hurry in today and drive the #1 vehicle brand in Texas. Now that's how you summer across Texas with Ford. Right now, get 4.9% for 72 months plus $3,250 total cash on F-150. Only at your best in Texas Ford dealer.
When Verizon gives you a free phone on any plan,
Gemini, show me the concealer.
you use AI a lot.
The long, thin tube in the middle.
Yes, boyfriend of the year.
Did we say a lot? We meant a lot.
Gemini, is my houseplant leaning away because it hates me?
Nothing personal. It's leaning away for more sunlight.
Come here, girl. Gemini, any pointers on my downward dog?
We get it. It's a Google Pixel 10 Pro from Verizon.
Oh, appreciate you.
College football is back. Here's the plan. Take 136 teams who all want the same thing. Glory! Then throw in a bit of loathing. A few undomesticated animals. One primal scream. 1,000 matchups for mayhem's sake. Top this anything but regular season with a 12-team playoff for even more drama. And hand over the keys to your life. Because it belongs to college football now.
Hey, I'm Zuber Mahenti. Coming up at the half, you should have seen what happened in the FCS game before the one you guys were calling. We'll take you through one of the biggest upsets you're probably going to see all season at that level. A great finish, George. I know you mentioned it, between Iowa State and Kansas State in Dublin. And Dan Mullen getting a little more than he bargained for in his first game in his job. That and more at the half.
All right, Zubin, thank you so much. We're back here after the 2-minute timeout, 2nd and 7 for the Vikings, looking to get some positive momentum heading into the locker room. Downing on time there to his receiver, Terrence LaVille, and he picks up enough for the first down. A 10-yard gain. Kyle Jackson with the tackle for the Texans.
Gabe Downing's 2 for 2 now. When the Texans have decided to pressure him, he sees it quickly and he makes a good decision, hitting the slant on the left-hand side of the field.
That's the smarts that Coach Barnum's been talking about. Read and react. Thompson, all wrapped up in the backfield. Nowhere to go on that one. No gain on the play.
Yeah, that time the Texans defense came through. The blitz worked effectively, created a negative play.
Yeah, Josh Griffiths first there on the scene against Thompson. 2nd down and 10 upcoming. A little over a minute on the clock. Downing lofts one down the sideline, and a flag on the play there. That'll be pass interference. Pass intended for Andre Miller. In coverage was Jaden Albert. Jaden Albert with the coverage there, and he's going to get flagged here. Oh, wait, maybe that's offensive.
Yeah, too much contact there by the defender, Albert. He's got to get his head around and make the play.
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So it is Albert, although Andre Miller did grab a piece of the jersey, too, there on that look that we saw.
But the thing about it, Albert's running stride for stride with him, George. All he has to do is turn around, easy pass breakup, or even an interception.
For sure. So they pick up a first down there. Get the cheap one you were talking about earlier. You try to get one somehow.
Yes.
1st and 10. Downing looks to the sideline, and that one's incomplete. Intended for Chance Miller. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Some more games coming up today and beyond here on the ESPN family of networks. I'll say this, the DJ's been on point today. I know the folks at home can hear that.
Yeah, he has.
50 seconds to go here.
What I'm seeing right now from this Texans defense, too, is a lot of shifting and and substitution with this secondary. Guys running in and out.
2nd and 10 for Downing. Plenty of time. Pump fakes over the middle. Complete for Alvarez. Shy of the marker, but picks up positive yardage there. A 6-yard gain. 35 seconds left. Downing trying to get everybody lined up, but whistles all over the field.
Yeah, Gabe Downing will take that matchup all day with Alvarez on the linebacker.
We have a man down for Tarleton. It's Jackson, Kyle Jackson. The senior from California. Transfer from Modesto Junior College. Coach Witten out there to check on his player. We'll take a look. He grabs his leg immediately, his left leg. Perhaps some friendly fire there too.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Looks like they ran into each other. Again, just hustling to the football.
Being helped off the field, but on his feet. Devin Sterling will replace him at the moment. Third and 4 for Downing.
He's got man-to-man here.
Pressure coming. He throws off his back foot, and nobody home there. As Josh Griffiths with the pressure, the backside heat on Downing. And the Vikings will be forced to punt again. Are you surprised they're punting here?
No, I'm not surprised at all here. You don't want to do anything that will cost you with 27 seconds left.
They're going to line up for a
field goal.
Yeah, long field goal attempt here of 54 yards. Matias Uribe. And he boots it. Oh, off the goalpost. Doinks that one. And the Vikings come up short. No points on that drive.
They had a chance. They had a chance, but left
goalpost.
Not his best friend today. And now you put your defense back out there. You got 22 seconds to prevent any sort of points.
And look, your defense is in decent shape. They're at the 35. That's fairly average field position. It's above average, maybe you would call it. But you put yourself in a good spot, at least defensively at the moment. But we know Gabalis and company can move it quick. They've taken shots down the field. Trey Page has also busted a couple of big runs and explosive plays. Gabalis, play action. He throws it down to Page. Page gets tackled from behind, but picks up some nice yardage there. A 6-yard gain and a timeout, Tarleton, with 9 seconds to go. He's setting up here maybe a Hail Mary attempt, maybe one more play before something like that.
Yeah, you might be able to get one play, quick throw into the sidelines just to make it a little closer for your quarterback. And then after that, definitely throwing it up for the Hail Mary opportunity.
That's their last timeout.
So it has to go to the sideline. And right here, it has to be a quick throw into the sideline, get out of bounds. If you don't have that, then what naturally happens is you tell your receivers to convert and run into the end zone. And then their way, again, Gabalis can find them.
You can also pick up the first down in college, and it will stop briefly to reset the chains, although not a lot of distance there potentially.
Exactly.
And then you can get up and spike it quickly if you needed to, if you pick up the first down.
Yeah, you put yourself at risk with the time.
Because everybody's got to line up, right?
Yeah. And Gabalis has a big arm.
2nd and 2 for Gabalis. Yep, he's going to launch this one. He's going to have to roll out for it, though. Backpedaling. No, he's just going to smartly throw it out of bounds. And that should do it for the first half. The Texans with a 14 yards on the ground.
Yeah, I thought coming into this game, we would be talking a lot about Victor Gabalis, but here we are talking about Trey Page and his elite speed and how he's really put his mark on this football game. But what I want to really focus on, as you guys are looking at these highlights, is the offensive line. Look how they're straining, they're controlling the line of scrimmage, they're pushing, and it's effective. And then on the defensive side of the ball, you see the tight coverage paying dividend for this Texans defense, and Ty Ross has been able to capitalize with 2 interceptions because of it.
And that's how we got here to 14-0. Tarleton will kick it off here. Crew Newman to receive in his end zone, and will take it out. Newman, a former quarterback, switched up to punt returner, kick returner, gets stuck there near the 20-yard line. And Newman, again, is one of these guys that they really, really feel high about moving forward here. But a young player, Gatorade Player of the Year in Oregon, Blake Smith, though, with the big stick.
Yeah, good way to start this second half. You come out of here, the Texans, and you're up. And on that first play, you signify that, look, we're not letting down. We still got more to do.
So Tyree Smith comes in to start the second half. And Coach Barnum told him he had a plan B for this particular game. He told his team that. He told us that. DeLon Thompson, though, met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as Josh Griffiths again making plays up front.
Yeah, the mindset right now, I think, of Coach Barnum and putting Tyree Smith is now we're going to see how you respond to this dual threat rushing attack. Are you going to stop Tyree Smith, or are you going to continue to put all of your efforts into stopping DeLon Thompson?
Pistol formation for Smith. Tarleton showing blitz. Here they come to muck it up, but Smith busted to the outside, trying to turn the corner. He does, and he should have enough for the first down as he tiptoes out of bounds at the marker. Nope, they'll say he's about a yard shy.
This is a good play call by Bruce Barnum. Misdirection, get you looking one way, we come back the other. And Tyree Smith, he comes up just short, but he puts his team in a good position to pick up this first down on 3rd and 1.
Official said the ball was out of bounds before he ran out of bounds. And again, it's where the ball goes out of bounds, not the player's feet. So 3rd down and 1 here. Tight ends flip sides. See Alvarez in motion. They hand it off to Thompson. Burrows forward, picking up the yard, dragging through defenders, and picking up the first down. A tough 6-yard run there by DeLon Thompson.
Oh, yeah. That's where that weight room comes into play. 3rd and 1 situations. DeLon Thompson moving the chains and moving his legs and carrying defenders along with him.
See him there burrowing through the defenders. 1st and 10 from 36, and a flag on the play.
False start there.
It'll be Leati Gaga.
Yeah, that's not direction you want to be going in the Vikings. And now you're putting this young quarterback in a tough position in a 1st and 15. We want positive yards. We want to be moving forward.
And Coach Barnum was like, young man, you're going to have to hit the sideline. Smith right up the gut. Gets past the defender, slips past another, picks up the first down as he gets to the 47-yard line, a 17-yard gain. Ty Rolls eventually tripped him up. And there's the element we were talking about with Smith.
Plan B is working to perfection right now. Tyree Smith, I'm telling you, because he's unscouted looks. You don't know what you're going to get from this young man if you're the Texans defense. And right now, they're in a scramble fest.
First down, approaching midfield. Thompson to the left side this time will test there, and Rawls stands him up after a nice gain. Gain of 5 on the play, and now there seems to be at least some positive momentum for this offense.
Yeah, because right now what's happening to this Texans defense is they have to adjust to now the play style of Tyree Smith. You know, how do you now stop him and attack him? You have to now assign an extra defender in this rushing attack if you want to slow them down right now.
Empty backfield for Smith. 2nd and 4. Low snap. He gets it and keeps it. Breaks through the line of scrimmage. Picks up the first down. And he's moving the chains as he gets into Texans territory. Holton Smith eventually converged on him after the 6-yard gain. And Smith trotting off the field because his helmet came off. So that means Downing will have to come in by rule.
I'm telling you right now, the offensive line is loving this. They would rather be going forward than backwards. You know, it makes their job that much easier. And right now, again, they're very effective.
And it's got to help the offensive line's mentality, too, pushing forward all the time.
Yes, exactly.
Smith, 4 for 37 on that drive thus far. Thompson trying to get to the outside, and he's corralled there by a sea of humanity. A gain of 2 on the play.
You see the Texans defense try to bring an extra defender on the blitz just to catch them off guard and try to create some negative plays. You know, now with this Viking offense on attack, be interested to see when Bruce Barnum decides to allow Tyree Smith to throw the football, because right now we've seen him carry every single down of this drive, and that is that element of surprise. Is it now where we see a play action fake and find a wide open defender?
And Smith is back in. Empty set. Smith will run again. Lowers the shoulder. Not much there as he tries to test the left side. And Smith's helmet comes off again. So he's going to have to step off the field.
Yeah, he's got to adjust that chin strap. Got to give him a different one because he's going to have the ball a lot in this second half.
It'll be 3rd and long upcoming, 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 here. Gabe Downing checks back in. I'm looking for him to find Alvarez. If the Texas defense shows zone, Alvarez is your guy.
It's the 9th play of the drive. They've done a nice job finding Alvarez on the slant today with Downing at quarterback. He rolls, pressure coming backside, takes a deep shot down the sideline, incomplete. And that one intended for Alvarez. No, actually, that was Jalen Lynch who the intended target was there. So it'll be 4th down, and the Vikings, a drive that looked promising, will end in a punt.
Yeah, they keep coming up short here at this area of the field, unfortunately. They got to find a way to keep the drives alive and not stall out.
Caleb Lewis inside his 10. Johnson, end over end. This one will bounce, and the Vikings will down it at about the 12-yard line. So we'll step aside after the 26-yard punt. Tarleton still in control here in Portland.
Sarah Benzino, Brandon Coley, Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
What'd she call Harper?
Oh, you mean Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
We actually sold the Twins naming rights.
You know, like stadiums do. Kids are so expensive these days. Here he comes.
Oasis Breeze Tan and Spa.
Yeah! If you need a tan, I'm your man.
Could do business with you.
Or we can look at some investment options for you.
Works for us.
The right money moves aren't as absurd as you think.
Pacifico isn't just a crisp Mexican lager. It's a beer with a story. Legend says it was discovered by accident by a group of surfers. We'll
wreak havoc.
3rd and 8. Gabales, play action. Rolls out of the pocket. Launches to the sideline, complete. Nice pitch and catch there. We'll have enough for the first down. Peyton Kramer, 18-yard gain on the far sideline.
Yeah, that's the hardest position as a defensive back when you're playing man-to-man coverage, and it turns into a scramble drill. The receivers, now they work back to the quarterback. They go wherever he goes and put you in a tough bind.
Kramer played that very well offensively as well, giving his quarterback plenty of cushion. And there's Kramer again. Goes up and snags it. Gets into Vikings territory. Another first down, a gain of 22. And the Texans are on the move. Isaiah Green with the tackle.
Good on-time and throw by Gabales with pressure in his face. Stood tall in the pocket. Made the right decision. Found Kramer over the middle.
1st and 10. The 47-yard line of the Vikings. Gabales with time, pressure now coming. He's going to step up and run. All sorts of room for Gabales. Still going at the 15. Lowers the shoulder. That's probably not what a quarterback should be doing. But he gets up and lets the defender know, yo, you didn't face me. As he gets inside the 15 to the 14, Karsten Mammarell. He got the lick from Gabales after a 33-yard gain.
Gabales has some edge to him, man. I didn't expect him to run because a couple plays ago, there was a clear lane for him, and he decided to throw it. This time, not only did he run it, but he lowered the shoulder to finish the play.
Timeout on the field. Portland State takes their first timeout as Bruce Barnum wants to talk things over. I mean, Gabales, you know, we talked about it coming into this game. We thought he'd be throwing the ball over the field. They did throw the ball on the first play. Unfortunately, was called back. He's had some opportunities, but the Vikings defense has stepped up, as you've talked about. But he's someone that just does whatever it takes to win. His stats don't matter to him.
Exactly. And again, that speaks to the character of Gabales. The reason why he's chosen to lead this football team is because it's a we mentality. It's not an I. And everybody would anticipate and expect him to want to put up 200, 300 yards. But here he is just doing whatever the coach asks.
Let's check in with Victoria.
Thing that Victor Gabales said too about this team is that he said in order to be successful, you got to have a good group of guys who are selfless. You got to be excited for the other guys when they make big plays. Plus, being unselfish takes the weight off your shoulders too. We're seeing that out there.
No question about it, Victoria. It's a group that has experience together, and that shared experience certainly helps in moments like this. You're on the road. Tough environment. Floats one wide open. Over the shoulder catch. 14 yards to Dawson Hearn, their tight end. Easy pitch and catch there for the score.
By the looks of it being that wide open, somebody did not keep their eyes on their luggage. Everybody's getting downhill for the run game, and you find Dawson Hearn for the touchdown. I'm happy that this young man got the opportunity to score a touchdown because he does so much of the dirty work that people don't want to do. But the tight ends are a focal point in this run game, and he's been doing his job all day, and Gabales paid him off right there by throwing him a touchdown.
6 plays, 88 yards, just under 3 minutes off the clock. Poston for the extra point. Low snap, they corral it, kick is up and good. 21-0. Victor Gabales just picking them apart on that drive.
The Jimenez family are having battery issues. But a friendly.
They scored their third touchdown of the game. And he boots it. Miller on the run. Makes a man miss. And taken down. And the ball is out. Tarleton has it. But was he down first is the question. We'll take a look. Miller. Oh, yeah, that's definitely out.
Good punch out. Came right into the screen there.
The punch out by Aubert. And recovery.
That was it. Coming in with bad intentions and with a purpose to create a turnover for your team. Who says special teams don't matter?
So Gabalis and company take over in excellent field position at the 29-yard line. Play action. Over to the sideline. Easy pitch and catch near the 20. A 9-yard gain to Cody Jackson. Jackson went to Foster High School in Texas, same high school as CeeDee Lamb.
Good company right there.
Jackson was the #2 receiver last year. Darius Thompson, who is on the Eagles at the moment. It's been a nice surprise in camp. And Jackson was the #2 receiver and looking to be the #1 receiver on this Texans squad. High snap again. They hand it off to Page on the right side. And he gets hit at the 15. A flag trailing the play. Isaiah Green stood him up. We'll see what the flag is about. So a personal foul with a hit below the waist. It'll be half the distance to the goal. I know they've been having some troubles with the official's microphone. We could hear it sort of in the stadium. So Gabalis and company now down on the 8-yard line. Knocking at the door again. Trying to bust this one wide open. Page dancing. Now pushing forward. Gets stood up. Inside the 5 to the 4. He'll pick up 4 on that play. Call it 3.5. Jackson Helmstetler was the man who stood him up.
A very tough position for this Vikings defense to be in after getting scored on just a couple plays ago. They're asked to come back out on the field and come up with a stop.
Second and goal from the 4 for the Texans. Gabalis on the roll, finds his man. Is he in for the end zone? Touchdown, yep. Danny Joyner, the tight end, able to tiptoe inside the pylon, and the Texans are pouring it on.
They're really getting their tight ends involved in this game. And they set everything up off of their run game, because for so much of the game today, these tight ends have come across on these swap blocks and kicked out their defenders. There, right there, you see the tight end, again, just going simply to the flat. A little bootleg action, and he finds him wide open.
Extra point is up and good, and it's now a 4-touchdown lead. A turnover there on the punch out on the kick return. The recovery by Tarleton that led to the score here. Gabalis with another touchdown.
Oh, I gotta come clean.
I don't get football.
What?
Why do they score by 7?
6.
And the kicker is so little. I worry about him.
Do you even like my nachos?
I love your nachos, man.
Cottonelle leaves you so clean, you'll want to come clean about everything else.
Oath by Super Hydration Body Wash. The sweet scent of a honeymoon in Fiji. Moisturized with vitamin B3.
You better not be using all the Old Spice.
Ooh, can you get my bag?
You could spend all day sorting your employees' expenses. Or you could let Ramp do it.
I like that.
Never chase a receipt again. Ramp. Love finance.
Ooh, I can ignore that. Just a reminder to get life insurance, but I can do it later.
We just got our life insurance through Ethos. You could get $1 million in coverage, and it only takes about 10 minutes.
That's not bad, actually.
Check your price today at ethos.com.
Meet my dad. National University supports all his ends with flexible online courses. He can be a student and catch bad guys on the internet and teach me how to hit a curveball and serve his country. He's an ander. National University, supporting all your ands.
Welcome back to Portland. Tarleton State, the number 8 team in the country in FCS, shutting out the Vikings of Portland State. And it's not just what they're doing offensively, as you see there on that scoreboard. PSU has struggled due to the Tarleton defense, too. They've had 4 drives in Tarleton territory, no points, 2 picks, a missed field goal, and a punt on those 4 drives. They just turned the ball over a moment ago on a kick return. Andre Miller fumbled the ball after Omar Emmons punched it out, and Jaden Albert grabbed it. So here's Miller again, and this time he falls forward, holds on to the ball, and they'll begin their drive at the 30-yard line. So if you're the Vikings here, you're down 4 scores. Time is running out. This thing has been busted wide open. What are you trying to accomplish now? Like, do you still believe you can get back in this game if you're them?
There is belief, but they're gonna have to do it in a hurry. And you have to start getting explosive plays into your offense. 20+ yards. They've done that a few times on the run game. But again, like you said, they're stalling out at the pivotal point of the field.
Tyree Smith back in there. Pistol formation. They hand it off to Thompson. No, Smith keeps it. Now he's going to launch it deep down the field. Goes up. Alvarez can't haul it in. Defender got there. I think they were trying to do what you were saying earlier, was just take that deep shot. Maybe they get a flag. Maybe they get a catch down the field. There's a man down at the moment. Blake Smith was in coverage there. And the man down is Robert Rios for Tarleton. Training staff taking a look. Rios, senior from Killeen, Texas, Shoemaker High School. He's a super senior.
Yeah, I know it's pretty hot out there. It looks like he's taking a few sips of water. Might just be some cramps settling in at this point of the game. Guys are working hard out there.
He grabbed at his calf. It is now, to your point, Rodney, triple digits at the moment, 100 degrees. It is certainly taking its toll, I think, on people here today for sure.
Yeah, the first game of the season, it really tests your conditioning. And that's why you know, after speaking to the coaches, they talked about, their level of rotation at a number of positions out on the field is because of the elements of the heat and the first game of the season.
Brandon Tolvert, the all-UAC player, checks back in for Rios. Smith back to the air, to the sideline, completes there, picks up enough for the first down. Nice pitch and catch to Chance Miller.
You have to take the leash off of the young. You have to take the leash off the young man.
We're down 4 scores.
Yeah, at some point, he has to grow up, and the time is now. Let him spin.
They huddle up. Tyree Smith from Henderson, Nevada, Liberty High School. Redshirt freshman. Quick toss there. Incomplete, but a flag on the play. Devin Sterling in coverage on Christian Ingman, the tight end. 2 flags on the field.
I would say there's a lot of words being exchanged out there.
The officials trying to figure it out. So they're saying the tight end, Ingman, was an ineligible man downfield.
That's interesting. Someone wasn't aligned on the right, on the ball, or off the ball like they should have.
Take a look.
Which covered him up. Made him ineligible. But that was indeed a hold.
So Tarleton dodges a bullet there off the miscue by the Vikings. 1st and 15. Smith pulls and misfires there, intended for Jalen Lynch.
Yeah, the right decision by Tyree Smith there, but the ball just got away from him. He's got to take a little bit of zip off of it. It's making a more gentle throw for his receiver.
If he hits him in the hands, he can go for an explosive play there.
Correct. There was one defender in the area, but
he makes one man miss, and he's got a lot of yardage.
Yes.
So Smith, 2nd and 15. Smith over the middle to Thompson. Thompson weaving through traffic, gets upended near the 45-yard line. Down to the 46, an 11-yard gain. Stephen Woods Jr. chopped down Thompson, so now it makes it a 3rd and manageable.
And here we go. Tyree Smith now at the helm. He can run or he can pass. We've seen him be effective on a couple throws, and we know what he can do on the ground.
3rd and 4.
Very favorable position right now for this Vikings offense. Look forward to maybe a QB draw. Run up the middle. Yep.
There it is. Lowers the shoulder, takes a hit. He's going to be shy of the marker by about a yard. Decision time here. I don't think there's much of a decision, but you got to go, don't you?
There's no question.
4th down and 1. And the offense is staying on the field.
Offensive linemen, earn your scholarships. Push the guys forward. Use that big body of Tyree Smith to gain that yard you need.
So 4th and 1, and a timeout on the field by the Vikings. They want to talk this thing over. All right, let's check in with Zubin in the studio.
George, Trevor alongside.
All right, Zubin, Dan Mullen in a bit of a pickle there. It looks like that seems to be a fun one. George Sedano, Rodney McLeod, Victoria Arlen with you here in Portland as Tarleton State The number 8 team in FCS is in control at the moment. A huge moment here for the Portland State Vikings, the home team, 4th and 1. Tyrese Smith, their backup quarterback, is in. More of an athlete, Wildcat quarterback. We'll see how they utilize him here on 4th and short. Smith keeps. Smith gets hit, and he's going to be shy of the marker. Tarleton will hold. Ty rolls right there to meet Tyrese Smith. And a dejected Vikings sideline.
Good push by the defensive front. And then to cap it off, you have Blake Smith and Bam Smith right there being able to vice that tackle and the runner down to come up with a big stop for their team.
So Gabalis and company will take over. Gabalis this half, 5 of 5, 66 yards, 2 touchdowns. Page this time wrapped up in the backfield. He'll lose a yard. It'll be a 2-yard loss officially, 2nd and 12. Caleb Lewis in the backfield. Gabalis, plenty of time. Wants it all. Overshoots his target. Peyton Kramer. 3rd and 12 upcoming.
The defender running stride for stride right there with Kramer. He looked to present as if he was going across the field, came back on the corner route. He stayed right there, didn't panic, did what he needed to do. Around this position of the field earlier, we saw a run from Tarleton State.
3rd and 12 for Gabalis. Pressure coming. He avoids it somehow. Throws on the run, completes it. And his man wrapped up shy of the marker. Wait a second. They may give him some forward momentum. He's still just shy, though, after an 11-yard gain. So it'll be 4th and 1, and the offense staying on the field. Caleb Lewis was the target out of the backfield. Needs to get to the 39. Lewis was spun around, and
they're gonna let this quarter
time is ticking away. Yeah. So Lewis was spun around and ended up picking up an extra couple of yards because his body did not touch the ground. He was on top of the defender. So it'll be 4th and 1 as we step aside here for the end of the 3rd quarter. Tarleton in complete control and looking to tack on some more.
This is a meal, a steak and focaccia feeling, a fresh Mott's moment, a basil-y savory salad. Your ticket to Ital-Yum. Try the new Italian summer menu. It just feels good at Panera.
Pacifica. But 28-0 to lead. What's been the key to that momentum, and how do you keep it going?
Well, we were able to put some drives together, had a big play in the kicking game, got a turnover. Yeah, turnovers are always huge.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Victoria. Daniel Greek now in at quarterback. And he keeps and runs for 8 yards there. Gabalis coming back out, though.
Yeah, protect your premier quarterback. Daniel Greek comes in, runs hard, and gets the first down.
Gabalis is like, yo, coach, lowered the shoulder last quarter, man. Knocked the dude down.
Sometimes it's a coach's job to protect his players from their own selves.
Another handoff, back to the ground. Short gain there of 3. Caleb Lewis And Jaquarian Latson with the tackle on Lewis. It'll be second down coming up. Todd Whitten, his third stint at Tarleton. He's had a ton of success there. This team is an impressive team for sure. They will be a force to be reckoned with at the FCS level. Beat Drake last year in the playoffs. Lost to South Dakota in a thriller on the road in the second round of the playoffs. Caballas with time to the sideline. Incomplete off the shoulder pad of T.R. Young. It'll be 3rd and 7 upcoming. But I would say you and I were down on the field. We were looking at some of these guys. They have some big bodies for this level of football.
They do. And T.R. Young is one of those guys that we were very impressed with seeing up close and personal. And I'm sure they're going to look to maybe he can be the guy that kind of replaces that Darius Cooper profile, you know, strong and big over the middle and the outside part of the field.
3rd and 7 for Caballas. Play action all day to throw. Deep shot to the end zone. Too far for his man. Bryce Parker, the intended target there. Needed to put a little more air underneath that one. 4th and 7 upcoming for the Texans.
Yeah. What I like a lot about Caballas, though, he has a real good feel for the football and puts it a lot of the times where only his receiver can get it. And again, it's the first game. They're going to really get the timing down, but he's throwing to spots and he's expecting them to be there. It just was a little shy, but I'm sure as the season unfolds, they'll start to transfer over into touchdowns a lot more.
Corbin Poston, 46-yard attempt. The kick is up and no good. So we'll step aside. Still a 4-touchdown lead for the number 8 team in the country. With Syracuse and number 24 Tennessee, and ends with number 9 LSU facing number 4 Clemson in the game for the bragging rights for who the real Death Valley is. Every game available to stream on the all-new ESPN app. A deep shot down the field, incomplete. Intended for Brandon Alvarez. John Chiave Sangopatele is the new quarterback.
Comes right out and throws the football. Coach Bruce Barnum, he talked about it a little bit with us. He said, John, he can throw that football.
Well, we saw that there, that's for sure. His brother, Jaron, at Cal. And Lynch this time wrapped up immediately. A short gain of 2 on the play. Excuse me, a loss of 2 on the play. Caden Holt right there on that wide receiver screen.
Yeah, this Vikings offense right now, Bruce Barnum is in search of who his quarterback is going to be this season. What is his offense going to look like? They're really in discovery mode. And so at this part of the game, you see John come in. Let's see what he can do.
Sangopolotele, a transfer from Hawaii. Avoids the tackle there, launches, intercepted. And this one goes all the way back for a touchdown. Omar Emmons, a 37-yard pick six. Emmons' second big play of the game. He punched out a return earlier that forced a fumble, and now the pick six.
That's not what you want from your quarterback. But Omar Owens, there he is, just sitting in the flats in zone coverage, has his eyes locked in on the quarterback, and he saw it all the way, and he did the rest.
34-0, extra point pending for Tarleton.
A lot of excitement coming from that Texans sideline right now.
Extra point is up and good. 35-0. And the Texans are having it a good time here in Portland today.
Fairlife ultra-filtered milk makes every moment better. With 50% more protein and 50% less sugar. Plus a creamy taste that makes that smoothie even smoothier. Fairlife.
Pacifico isn't just a crisp Mexican lager. It's a beer with a story. Legend says it was discovered by accident by a group of surfers. We'll let you discover it for yourself. Pacifico. Find your own way.
Meet my bestie. National University supports all her ands. With flexible online courses, she can be a student and an adventurer and a multitasker and a granddaughter and a dreamer. She's an ander. National University, supporting all your ands.
You could spend all night checking every receipt and coding every expense. Or you could let Ramp do it. Close the books without the busy work. Ramp. Love finance.
Force Factor Creatine Gummies build muscle and strength, improve recovery, and boost cognitive function. Why? Force Factor Creatine Gummies contain 5 grams of clinically studied creatine monohydrate in each delicious serving. Search Amazon now for Force Factor Creatine Gummies.
Tarleton stayed in complete control, and this squad has been on the rise. They won the Lone Star Conference in their last 2 seasons in Division II, moved to FCS in 2020, went 25-16 during reclassification, finally eligible for the postseason last season. The Texans qualified and notched their first FCS playoff win against Drake and lost a tight one on the road in the second round to South Dakota. There's your FCS coaches poll, the number 8, as we've talked about here. Well represented is the UAC, the Big Sky, and the Missouri Valley Conferences there in that poll to begin the season. And they lead 35-0. They are putting on a show today here in the heat in Portland. Larson kicks it off. Drew Newman fields it. He'll bring it out of the end zone. Tries to bust to the outside, finds a seam, spins, flag on the play, staying on his feet, headed towards the opposite sideline. You see the athleticism they talk about, cuts back and then gets wrapped up in Tarleton State territory down to the 42, but we'll see what the flag is about. The flag back on the 18-yard line.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both on the receiving team. Holding, receiving team, that penalty is declined. Holding, receiving team number 87. That penalty will be enforced 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It's first down.
So a tough break there. Seth Lyon, the infraction on Portland State, and Bruce Barnum's face says it all.
Yeah, that looks like a coach who is not pleased right now with his football team, and better yet, 2 costly penalties that wiped away a huge game for his team.
John Kiavisanga-Polutele, the Hawaii transfer, is back out for his second drive of the game. Played in 5 games there. His uncle, Pio, played in the NFL for 7 years. Handoff, and nowhere to go there. And a 3-yard loss for the Vikings. Jay Henry first on the scene on DeLon Thompson's run.
Yeah, you could tell a lot about the identity of a football team at this point of the game, especially when you have a lead as large as the Texans do, but their defense is still hustling, not allowing any sort of yardage and defending every blade of grass And that has to speak dividend to their defensive coach, Tyrone Nix.
Sangapolotele under pressure, throws the screen to Thompson, and that was a dangerous pass. The best case scenario there on that one was that it hit the ground.
Exactly. They're smothering this Vikings offense right now. They're not letting up. Again, they play a certain way, and that standard does not end with just the starters. That continues on all throughout their team.
Sangapolotele on 3rd and 13. Delayed handoff to Thompson. Big hole up the middle. Breaking free, dragging defenders. Picks up the first down as he's down near the 25-yard line. An 18-yard gain. And at least the Vikings are showing some life and some fight.
Absolutely. That is Bruce Barnum at the core. He talked about it. We're going to fight. We're going to battle. And DeLon Thompson, the leader of this football team, is showing you that right now, that at this point in the game, I'm still running hard for my teammates.
First down and 10 from the 24. Quick toss. Ooh, and he left his receiver out to dry there a little bit. Incomplete pass intended for Ingman. Blake Smith right there put the hit on Ingman.
Yeah, Blake Smith, he spared him right there. Just a good, clean football hit. Right where he's supposed to be, just doing his job.
Second and 10 for Sangapolotele. Checks it down to Thompson, makes a man miss. Now down the sideline and out of bounds just past the 30-yard line. At the 33, we'll call it, approximately.
Good job by the quarterback there and John, and going through his reads. You know, this is the time of the game you work on that. Like I told you, the Texas defense isn't backing down, and he went through his progression. He found DeLon Thompson in the flat and gave his dynamic player a chance to make a play.
3rd and 1 here for Sangapolotele. Empty backfield. Texans showing blitz.
Let's see if John runs it.
Sangapolotele over the middle and incomplete, intended for Alvarez. 4th and 1 upcoming. Blake Smith in coverage on Alvarez.
Blake Smith has had some sticky coverage today. I think he was one of the reasons why they got their first turnover of the game, if I'm not mistaken. It's a good, solid position on the receiver, putting himself in a position to make a play and get that pass breakup for his team.
Caleb Lewis back to receive. Tony Johnson to punt it for the Vikings. And he boots this one, a spiraling punt. Lewis to receive at his 25, fair catches. Tarleton State, they opened a brand new facility last month. The 8,000 square foot Texans Athletic Performance Center offers enhanced technology and specialized areas for resistance training, cardiovascular health, hydration, and more. The team was hyped to see their new space, Rod. And look, I don't blame them. This is not the norm at this level, but Tarleton has put in a huge investment to their programs.
Exactly. That's top of the line right there. And what you're showing is that you are committed to your football team. You're committed to your players' performance. And that says a lot to a group of players, especially young players like Tarleton State.
Daniel Greek in at quarterback. You see the outlook there for Tarleton State. They are expected to be the top team in their conference. They got every vote but one. Abilene Christian did get one vote in the preseason poll for the UAC. So Daniel Greek in there, Texas native, senior. They've got a number of quarterbacks that, like Greek, who has stuck around with the program, despite Gabalis being the guy. And that shows a lot. To me, it's a testament of what they've been building.
Yeah, and a testament to the coaching staff. I think we talked about it. This coaching staff is one of the reasons why they have so much retention, why they're able to get a lot of players back, is because they believe in their coaches believe in their players, and it pays off.
3rd and 4 upcoming for Greek. Hands it off to Love. Bouncing off defender, stays on his feet, picks up the first down, and then some as he gets past the 40 to the 42-yard line, an 11-yard gain. Caleb Lewis with a big run there.
Yeah, he really made something out of nothing. Caleb Lewis just not giving up on the play. Continue to keep his feet alive.
Lewis again, this time makes a man miss in the backfield. Stood up as he gets to the 45-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play. Jerome Roberts made the tackle.
That was a textbook hit right there. Talk about near foot, near shoulder. He demonstrated that.
2nd down upcoming. We were talking about the retention of this squad, the guys sticking around even though they're seniors and they may not be the starters. And you mentioned a testament to the coaching staff. A coaching staff, by the way, that's had a lot of retention as well over time. They don't lose very many coaches. They've kept that group together. And again, only 3 guys hit the portal, and you know, the one that came back, Hunter Smith, is a big part of what they do. As Lewis dragging defenders again, getting into Vikings territory. Jerome Roberts was hanging on for dear life there after the 13-yard gain. But back to Tarleton, you know, again, it's just really an excellently run program because of all the continuity across the board, players, coaches, staff, beyond that, etc.
Yes, it's a lot of familiarity. And what you can do is you can really establish your culture the way that you want, and guys have bought in.
And it's tough because, as we talked about a moment ago, Rod, I mean, they had to sit out 4 years of playoff eligibility.
Yes, and guys are really leaning on the voice of the coaching staff, that they are in good hands, and they've just trusted the process, which has allowed them to be where they are right now, seeing that coming in as number 8 in the FCS and having a fantastic debut and doing it in all 3 phases of the game like the coaches drew up.
2nd and 6 upcoming. Yeah, that can't be easy when you know you're recruiting, right? And you know that, hey, we're not going to be able to make the playoffs for 4 years. But then they get there. They win in their first opportunity. They play a really tight game against a team that has had tons of success over the years in South Dakota. So it really is the arrow pointing up for a program like this. Ball's on the ground and recovered there by the tailback. That's D'Angelo Rosemont.
Yeah. And make no mistake about it, the players really drive the culture. It turns into their team. You know, coaches talk about it all the time. The good teams are coach-led, but the great teams are player-led. And I believe Tarleton State has a lot of player-led individuals in that locker room.
Oh, there's no doubt, especially when you look at the guys on defense, for sure, right? We talked about Cassius Kearns. I mean, that kid is an MVP on and off the field as Rosemont turns the corner down the sideline, pushed out of bounds at the 23-yard line, an 18-yard gain. And Cassius, you know, what a story by Cassius Kearns that he told us, which we'll get to in a moment here. But look at this replay here. They are still running the ball. It don't matter what string you are. You're getting loose on this one.
I'm telling you, that right side it's been a lot of space there all day. And if we remember, that's where, you know, the running backs found some room early in this game.
9th play of the drive here for Daniel Greek and company. But Cassius Kearns, married, his wife Sierra and him were having their 2nd child. And Josiah, as Rosemont again punishing defenders as he gets inside the 10. And they didn't have a babysitter for Cassius Jr.
Yes.
And you know who stepped up? Tyrone Nix, the defensive coordinator for the Texans said, hey, I got it. And he was sending them pictures like, hey, they were, he was babysitting them, taking care of them, making sure they know, hey, he's in good hands, while they were dealing with the delivery of Keziah. And you want to talk about a bond that can never be broken.
Yes.
Is something like that.
Absolutely. The closeness of this team extends past the white lines. It goes as far as you just mentioned, a defensive coordinator who's really turned into a father figure for this young man and stepped up in the time that he needed him the most in his life, in his personal life, and bringing in his second child.
Yeah, Tyrone Nix, he was a blast to talk to. He told us so many stories about just the challenges they face that we've kind of alluded to as a program, but still, no complaining, just put their head down and went to work. And they're reaping the benefits of that now as they're the number 8 team in the country and already had playoff success and looking for more. Lewis bounces it outside, wrapped up after a gain of 3.
Yeah, one thing Keziah spoke heavily about was Coach Sims, his defensive back coach. He talked to us a lot about how he's helped him improve his game and just the principles that they stand by: elite feet, disciplined eyes, and physical hands. And that comes to life a lot for Keziah at the position that he plays, defensive back, one of the hardest positions on the field, asked over and over again to answer the bell in man-to-man coverage.
3rd and 7 here. Bouncing it to the outside and into the end zone. Caleb Lewis, an 8-yard score. And the Texans are absolutely putting it on the Vikings today. 12 plays, 75 yards, nearly 7 minutes off the clock.
It doesn't matter who's in the football game. The objective is to run.
Of this era, there's no question about that. I know you play for some good teams too. The Eagles, you guys won the Super Bowl in 2018. You're a Super Bowl champ. Obviously, the Eagles won last year as well.
Yeah.
But and they beat the Chiefs. But the Chiefs' dominance, particularly in the AFC, especially, even though they have won the several Super Bowls.
Yeah, that's
impressive. Crew Newman bringing it out. He's gang tackled. Still going. All right. This is like a rugby scrum here, just past the 30-yard line. So Portland State hasn't been shut out in 22 years. September 20th, 2003 against Northern Arizona. They've got 2 minutes and 39 seconds to extend that streak.
There's still a chance. And right now, going into this next week, it will be great for them to just establish a rhythm and leave this game on a good note by scoring a touchdown.
So they haven't been shut out here at home in 22 years. And we'll see if that holds up. The last time they were shut out on the road was 2010 at Oregon. Sangapolutele to the air. Completion there. Picks up about 6.
I don't know if everybody's hearing it at home, but I hear a lot of support coming from that Texans sideline and rooting the guys who are on the field really rooting for their success.
2nd down, over the middle again, this time dumped near the marker. Looks to be just shy by about a yard. It'll be 3rd and 1 upcoming. Crew Newman made the catch. 2-minute timeout here as the Vikings look to extend their streak of not being shut out at home. Nothing. Here's your college football rankings in the FBS division. Texas, Ohio State will do battle at the Horseshoe next weekend. Penn State looking to get over the hump. Ohio State looking to repeat as champions. Clemson, the favorite in the ACC. Notre Dame and Miami will do battle. LSU, Clemson, Alabama, Florida State. Lots of games here on the family of networks here, ESPN and ABC, and of course the all-new ESPN app. Pass there by Sagapolo-Tele, complete to Brandon Alvarez. And they pick up the first down as they get inside, or just outside the 40, at the 41, an 18-yard gain. So what have we learned here about this quarterback battle here? There was a lot of guys for the Vikings that could have potentially played today. We've seen 3 for sure. We started with Gabe Downing, we saw Tyree Smith, and now John Chiave Sagapolo-Tele.
I believe it's still very much so unclear as to who moves forward.
Oh, wow. And the ball tipped in the air and caught by another receiver down the sideline. It was Chance Miller, right place, right time. He gets upended down the sideline. So the ball popped in the air. Chance Miller, though, able to get it, gets chopped down after a 22-yard gain. And now the Vikings are knocking on the door.
What an assist. Jalen Lynch.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what the Vikings need right now. They need some of this mojo, things to work into their favor to try and close out this game so they can leave with, again, just a little bit of hope inside of them as they continue their season.
Vikings 0 for 1 in the red zone through an interception on a tip pass. Sagapolo-Tele, the third quarterback, fires over the middle. Incomplete, dangerous pass there. Intended for Brandon Alvarez in the slot. But you believe it's still wide open, obviously, to be determined in regards to their quarterback position.
I believe it is wide open, but I will say Tyree Smith showed a lot of upside, which Coach spoke about before today, and we saw that. I believe they just have to, again, not limit him as much. You have to give him just a little bit more to start to build that trust factor. And I'm seeing a little bit from John. He's able to throw the ball in different spots of the field.
We've certainly seen the arm strength they've talked about with him and being able to just sling it. But as he's wide of the mark there on 2nd and 10, Andre Miller, the intended target. But with Tyrese, I mean, Coach Barnum told us, he thinks he has the quote-unquote ability to be a great one.
Yeah.
And we know the athleticism is there. The size is there. We saw him up close both today and yesterday at their walkthrough. He's a young man. If he can just harness his passing skills, I think they feel has the highest upside.
Yes, he did say that the ceiling is very high for that young man. And he does believe if he can just find a way to increase his level of decision-making, his ability to communicate more effectively, he could be the leader that the team needs him to be.
3rd down and 10, Sagapolo-Tele over the middle. Almost intercepted, throws it into traffic. A lot of white shirts there. And 4th down upcoming. The kick unit will come out to try to remove the bagel on the scoreboard.
But I believe this is why Coach Barnum could be also fearful of John Sagapolo-Tele, is because he is somebody that is fearless, is a gunslinger, but even though that comes with great reward, he can also hurt your team with throws like that.
A 36-yard attempt for Uribe is up and no good. Wow. The shutout is still intact.
Just came off the foot wrong. Hooked it wide left.
Wow. Uribe last year, 11 of 12. Was 3 of 4, though. His only miss was between 30 and 39.
That's the tell of the tape today. A lot of good drives from Portland State, but unfortunately, the inability to finish.
And they will be shut out at home for the first time in 22 years.
Wow.
So a lot of conversations, I'm sure, to be had. You know, Coach Barnum had a lot of decisions coming into this one in regards to not only just the quarterback position, but multiple positions, we felt like when we talked to him. And I'm sure he'll have to go back to the drawing board.
Absolutely. They're going to really take a close look at this tape, evaluate it as such. But let's be clear, there's a lot of ball to be played, a long season ahead. And so they have to shake this loss off. And we're going to find exactly who these players are, the identity of this team as they move forward.
So that'll do it as the time winds down. Tarleton State, impressive, Rodney. Number 8 team in the country, and they showed every bit of it today.
Absolutely. Like I talked about, the 3 phases of the game, they showed up. They continued their ability to turn the football over as a defense. They found a good runner in Trey Page today. And then they showed up on special teams, making timely turnovers. Well-executed game.
Yeah, we forget that Tylen Hines, their starting tailback, was hurt. He was in a sling. And Trey Page came in. And, man, he lit up the field with a couple of huge explosive plays, a 28-yard score, and then an 89-yard touchdown. Gabalis didn't have to go to the air too much today, but had a pretty decent day. 13 of 23, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he's with Victoria.
All right, Victor, you talked about how special this group of guys is. What makes them so special?
Just a lot of unselfish players are out here on our team. You know, and it starts with our coaching staff and how they are, how they work every single day. They're an example for us. And we just got to keep rolling, be focused, and be unselfish for each other the whole rest of the season.
What about Trey Page and how he stepped up today? What do you think of that?
Yeah, what a young guy to step up. He had a lot of key blocks in the passing game. You know, everybody sees all those runs that he has, but a lot of key blocks in the passing game that allow for us to go down and score. And you know, just like I said, unselfish. That's him being unselfish. You know, he doesn't get all the glory on those plays, but he makes blocks on those plays that allow us to go down and score and then put our team in a winning situation.
Speaking of a winning situation, 42-0. How are you guys able to win in such commanding fashion?